More complex and unpredictable than ever.
Right. Absolutely. It feels like constant change.
Yeah, and if you're a procurement specialist, you're right in the middle of it. You're navigating these huge global economic shifts, technology changing at lightning speed, trade tensions, geopolitical stuff popping up.
Don't forget raw material shortages and those wild demand swings.
Exactly. It's a lot to keep track of. And in this kind of environment, well, just managing supplier relationships isn't just a nice to have anymore, is it?
No, it's absolutely critical. It's baseline now for procurement teams.
We're talking about moving beyond that constant firefighting mode,
Yeah.
towards something more proactive, more collaborative. That actually drives value.
It's truly fascinating how procurement has transformed. I mean, we've seen reports like one from Deloitte showing over 30% of CPOs have already restructured their supplier management programs.
Well, over 30%.
Yeah. And this isn't just about trimming fat or, marginal efficiency gains. It's about building real resilience, cutting down critical risks, and this is key unlocking new ways to innovate.
So survival and actually thriving, not just getting by.
Exactly. Ensuring your organization can handle whatever comes next and still come out ahead.
Okay, so what does this seismic shift mean for you listening right now, navigating these waters day to day? We're going to dive deep into something called Supplier Relationship Management, SRM, for short.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not just going to define it. We want to unlock the 5 sort of game-changing benefits that will directly transform your daily procurement work, really move you from managing chaos to orchestrating real value.
Sounds like a good plan.
So before we get to the good stuff, the benefits, let's make sure we're all on the same page. SRM, what is it fundamentally?
Well, at its core, SRM is really a structured, systematic way to look at, manage, and constantly improve how your company interacts with its suppliers.
Okay, structured and systematic.
Yeah. The main goal, get the most value possible while simultaneously minimizing the risks that come with those relationships. It's about being intentional, not just reactive.
Right, so it's not just ad hoc calls when something goes wrong.
Definitely not. If we zoom out a bit, SRM isn't just a buzzword, it's a system, a process. Usually it breaks down into 3 key steps.
Okay, what are they?
First, there's supplier segmentation. This is where you figure out who's who. Who are your really strategic partners? Who's more transactional? Who falls somewhere in between?
So you know where to focus your energy.
Precisely. It helps you allocate your valuable time and resources effectively.
Yeah.
Second, you develop a supplier strategy for each of those segments.
Meaning
You define how you're going to engage with them. When do you need deep collaboration? When can things be automated? When is it time to renegotiate terms hard?
got it. Different approaches for different suppliers?
Exactly. And the third step is strategy execution. This is about actually doing it using consistent processes, maybe some software, to make sure those strategies are implemented, performance is tracked rigorously, and you're always looking for ways to improve.
Okay, and that execution part, that's where it stops being theory and really starts impacting your daily work.
Absolutely.
I mean, imagine moving beyond scattered spreadsheets, endless email chains, that manual tracking that just eats up your time.
Yeah, the dream, right.
An SRM platform can centralize all the contracts, certs, negotiation history, performance dashboards, all in one place you can actually access.
It shifts the whole process from being fragmented and, frankly, reactive to being data-driven and proactive. It gives your team clarity and control.
Like a command center for your supplier world.
That's a great way to put it.
Now, as you know better than anyone listening, procurement isn't just about shaving pennies off the cost. You're on the front lines. So you know that poor supplier relationships can be a huge drain.
Yeah.
We're talking supply disruptions that halt production lines.
Nightmare scenario.
Quality issues that can seriously damage your brand's reputation.
Ouch.
And even just missing out on innovation opportunities
Yeah.
because you're not really talking to your suppliers properly. These aren't minor things. They can cost millions.
Which really raises the flip side. What's the tangible upside? What do you gain from investing in truly strong supplier management?
Right. What's the payoff?
Well, research from places like PwC directly links effective supplier collaboration to significant measurable gains. Things like increased market share.
Really? Market share?
Yeah, because you're more responsive. Faster reaction to market changes, higher ROI on projects, and noticeably shorter order fulfillment times.
Okay, those are tangible.
Very. SRM helps your team shift from just, tactical buying, placing orders to creating real strategic value. It turns suppliers from just vendors into genuine partners who are aligned with your company's big goals.
All right, let's get to the heart of it then. In a world where customers always want lower prices and margins are constantly squeezed, relying on those ad hoc deals or one-off negotiations just isn't sustainable.
It really isn't.
So SRM isn't just about tightening the purse strings. It's about building stronger, more resilient partnerships that directly support profitability. Let's explore the 5 most impactful benefits an effective SRM brings directly to you and your team.
Let's do it.
So what's the first major payoff? Number 1, an optimized procurement process. Think about your current workflows. There's always room for improvement, isn't there?
Always.
SRM platforms can instantly boost collaboration and transparency across the board. So instead of reacting after something goes wrong,
You're ahead of the game.
yeah, your team gets real-time insights into supplier performance, potential risks coming down the pipe, and what's really driving costs. It's like having a crystal ball almost,
Yeah.
moving from reactive firefighting to predictive action.
Exactly. And for your team, day to day, those centralized dashboards become invaluable. Imagine being able to compare supplier lead times and defect rates side by side, easily.
Hmm.
Tracking contract compliance automatically, not manually digging through files. Identifying underperforming suppliers much, much earlier.
Before it becomes a crisis.
Right. And that translates directly into fewer project delays, smoother workflows for everyone on your team, and ultimately getting your products or services to market faster.
Think about the relief of just knowing where things stand.
Okay, that's huge. And beyond just process, let's talk dollars and cents. Direct financial impact. That brings us to benefit number 2, reduced costs.
Ah, the bottom line.
Yeah, setting up deals with new suppliers sparely often involves significant hidden costs, right? Due diligence, integration, training.
It all adds up quickly.
An SRM platform can really slash a lot of that initial expense and the ongoing overhead, too.
And crucially, we're not just talking about one-off transactional savings here. This is about sustainable cost reduction.
So, well, through better, more strategic contract terms, for starters. Think volume discounts because you've consolidated spend, maybe fixed pricing agreements over longer periods or tiered rates that scale with your needs.
Locking in predictability.
Exactly. It also drastically lowers onboarding costs by streamlining that whole supplier registration mess. And it significantly reduces manual labor and the costly errors that come with it through process automation.
Okay, so these are ongoing gains.
Yeah, ongoing efficiency gains that compound year after year. They directly impact your bottom line and free up budget for other strategic things.
Which actually leads nicely into benefit number 3, minimized waste and price volatility. Without SRM, organizations often face waste just from, well, inefficiencies, right?
Inefficiencies, duplicate suppliers nobody noticed.
Or that classic unmanaged tailspin, all those small, often overlooked purchases that really add up.
They absolutely do. SRM platforms are fantastic at shining a light on those leaks, bringing them into sharp focus.
So how does SRM tackle that specifically?
Well, by strategically consolidating purchasing and rigorously enforcing the contract terms you negotiated, companies can cut out a lot of unnecessary spend and eliminate redundant suppliers.
Makes sense.
But beyond that, SRM is absolutely critical for hedging against price volatility, especially if you're in manufacturing or food production where raw material costs can just swing wildly.
Oh yeah, we've all seen that.
With SRM, you can proactively negotiate fixed prices or maybe longer-term agreements. That gives you stability and predictability in your costs, even when the market outside is chaotic. It protects your budget from those nasty surprises.
Okay, protecting the budget. I like that. So we've hit process, costs, and waste. Our 4th benefit is all about improved efficiency.
Right, operational efficiency.
As your relationship with the supplier develops, matures through a good SRM program, communication naturally gets better, doesn't it? More streamlined.
It should, yes.
And as the supplier really gets to know your organization better, your needs, your processes, your goals, they can actually improve the efficiency and the quality of their service to you. It becomes a two-way street.
Absolutely. And this translates directly into tangible results. Faster order processing times, significantly fewer disputes over terms or deliveries.
Back and forth arguing.
Exactly. And ultimately, just more reliable deliveries showing up when you expect them. It's a crucial shift from that purely transactional mindset, send PO, wait for goods, to a truly collaborative workflow.
Where both sides are kind of looking out for problems.
Yeah, proactively anticipating and solving issues together, often before they even become major problems. Think about how much time and headache that saves your team.
A lot, I imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, the 5th benefit. This one feels maybe the most strategic. a stronger, more resilient supply chain.
This is arguably the big one, especially now.
We all saw during, global events like COVID-19, how quickly everything can be disrupted. Global trade, local logistics,
Yeah.
everything.
There's a massive wake-up call.
What really stood out, though, was that companies with mature SRM programs seem to recover faster, more effectively than others. That preparedness really paid off.
Absolutely. And there are concrete reasons why they recovered faster. They had foundational advantages built through SRM,
Like what?
like clear transparency into their supplier tiers. They understood their dependencies deep into the supply chain, not just their direct suppliers.
They had the whole picture.
Right. They had established trusted relationships, which meant they could actually prioritize orders when supplies were scarce. Their partners helped them out.
That trust factor is huge.
Huge. And they had robust contingency planning already in place, supported by real-time data from their SRM systems. So in practice, SRM helps you strategically rationalize your supplier base, focus deeply on the high-value partnerships, and build that agility into your supply chain before crises hit. It ensures business continuity.
It's like having that reliable backup plan and the relationships to actually execute it when you need it.
Precisely.
Okay, so these 5 benefits: optimized process, reduced cost, minimize waste volatility, improved efficiency, and a resilient chain, they're foundational. But SRM isn't static, is it? It's evolving fast.
Oh, absolutely. It's changing rapidly.
And this is where it gets really interesting, I think, especially for you listening, wanting to stay ahead. How AI, artificial intelligence, is transforming SRM, taking it to a whole new level.
Yeah, what's truly fascinating here is that, traditional SRM was often reactive. You dealt with issues after they happened.
Right, putting out fires.
AI is fundamentally shifting that. It's making SRM predictive, highly automated, and genuinely insight-driven. We're talking machine learning models scanning enormous amounts of data, financial reports, shipping delays, geopolitical news.
All sorts of external data.
Yeah, external and internal data, to flag potential supplier risks before they escalate into full-blown crises. Imagine getting an alert about a supplier's financial instability rinse before it impacts you.
That's powerful. What else can AI do here?
Well, it can automate supplier scoring using real-time delivery and quality data. It can analyze complex contracts, looking for unusual clauses or compliance risks you might miss. It can even recommend optimal negotiation strategies based on past performance and market data.
Negotiation strategies, wow.
Yeah, chatbots can handle routine supplier queries instantly, freeing up your team. And AI can even monitor ESG commitments, environmental, social, governance by analyzing external data, ensuring your partners align with your company's values.
That ESG piece is becoming huge.
It is. And Gartner actually predicts that by 2027, something like 60% of procurement teams will be using AI-enabled SRM platforms.
60%. That's a major shift.
It is, but there's a but. It's still crucial to maintain human oversight. You need people to validate those AI insights, check for potential biases in the data or the algorithms. Technology is a tool, not a replacement for judgment.
Good point. Human oversight is key.
Right.
Okay, so with all these amazing benefits and these cool AI advancements, how do you actually make SRM work?
Yeah, the practical side.
Building strong, trusted supplier relationships isn't a one-time setup, right? It takes ongoing effort. And we've all seen relationships go sour. So what are the big pitfalls to avoid? What should the objectives be?
You're right. Even the best tech won't fix a bad relationship strategy. Things like poor communication, consistently ignoring the terms you agreed on, overpromising and underdelivering.
Yeah, classic mistakes.
Or just a lack of consistency in how you engage. These things quickly erode trust. So to avoid them, you need clear objectives.
Like what?
Like increasing visibility into supplier performance and risks, really knowing what's going on, accelerating your procurement cycle times using digital tools, centralizing all that supplier data, contracts, certificates, KPIs, communication history.
Get out of email inboxes.
Exactly. Move discussions to shared platforms where everyone can see them. And importantly, monitor your spend strategically and always keep alternative suppliers in view for risk mitigation. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Okay, that makes total sense. Let's unpack this with some concrete strategies you can implement for better supplier relationships, drawing on what works. What's the absolute first step for someone serious about upgrading their SRM?
Well, the foundational step, honestly, has to be investing in an SRM platform. It sounds basic, But it isn't just an option anymore. It really is the backbone.
It enables everything else.
It does. It centralizes records, automates those time-consuming workflows, and leverages AI to flag risks or benchmark performance. It builds the transparency and accountability you need for strong partnerships.
Okay, platform first. Then what? How do we make sure the relationships built on that platform are solid? You mentioned clarity.
Absolutely. Strategy number 2 is use clear, detailed agreements. Ambiguity is poison to a relationship. It's one of the biggest drivers of disputes.
Spell it out.
Spell everything out. Product specs, pricing models, delivery times, payment terms, communication rules, how you escalate problems. Get it all down clearly. And this is critical. Your internal teams need proper training on these agreements so everyone's aligned and enforces them consistently.
Right, everyone needs to be on the same page internally too. Okay, so you have the platform, you have clear agreements, but things change, right? A supplier that's great today might struggle tomorrow. How do you stay on top of that?
That's strategy 3. Evaluate supplier risks continuously. A one-time check when you onboard them just isn't enough in today's world.
So regular check-ins.
Regular structured check-ins. You need to keep an eye on their financial stability, their production capacity, their compliance with critical standards like ESG, and their general resilience. Ask questions like, are they still competitively priced? Can they handle our volume if it grows? Are they financially stable enough for the long haul?
But continuous sounds like a ton of work. How do companies realistically manage that?
That's where the SRM platform, especially with AI, helps again. It automates a lot of that monitoring, flags anomalies, so your team focuses on the strategic response, not just data gathering. But even without fancy AI, scheduled, structured reviews are vital.
Got it. Okay, moving beyond just minimizing risk, how do we make suppliers actually want to be great partners? What about the human side?
Yes. Strategy 4. Understand supplier interests. Partnerships really thrive when suppliers feel understood and valued, not just squeezed for cost.
Treat them like partners, not just vendors.
Exactly. Take the time to learn about their challenges, their growth plans, their strategic goals. That creates space for true collaboration. Maybe you even find opportunities to co-invest in innovation or work together on sustainability projects. That builds serious loyalty.
Turn them into allies.
Trusted allies.
And I guess those allies need to be marching in the same direction as your own company strategy,
Yeah.
right? Which brings us to number 5.
Precisely. Strategy 5. Align suppliers with your business strategy. Suppliers shouldn't just be delivering stuff, they should be actively supporting your company's overall direction.
How does that work in practice?
It means aligning on key goals. Maybe it's sustainability targets, maybe it's specific regulatory compliance needs, maybe it's customer-driven demands like faster lead times, or using eco-friendly packaging. They need to be an extension of your strategic vision, helping you get where you need to go.
Okay, so you align the goals. How do you make the actual collaboration happen day to day?
Good question. That leads to strategy number 6. Strengthen coordination and collaboration. Increasingly, we're seeing suppliers get involved much earlier in processes.
Like in product design.
Exactly. Joint product development, adjusting logistics strategies together in real time, involving suppliers earlier brings huge innovation and efficiency gains. And tools like cloud-based collaboration platforms make this kind of seamless coordination much easier now. Breaks down those old silos.
Okay, makes sense. And finally, strategy 7. You mentioned this earlier. It feels important, but maybe overlooked. Help suppliers help you. What does that really look like?
It means adopting a mindset that if a key supplier is underperforming, your first instinct shouldn't necessarily be to just switch vendors immediately. That can be disruptive and costly.
So work with them.
Yeah. Often it's more valuable in the long run to support their improvement efforts. Share performance data and insights, give constructive feedback, maybe even offer some targeted training or resources.
Invest in their capabilities.
Exactly. Lifting their capabilities often lifts the performance and resilience of your entire supply chain. Sometimes a small investment in helping a supplier grow yields massive returns for your own company. It's about building capacity together, not just demanding it.
That's a really powerful perspective. Building capacity, not just demanding it. Okay, so wrapping this up. What does all of this mean for you, the procurement specialist listening today? From optimizing your processes and, yes, slashing costs, to building truly resilient, deeply collaborative partnerships, SRM is clearly much more than just a system or a piece of software. It feels like a strategic imperative now.
It really is. It's the key to navigating this unpredictable global landscape and securing your organization's future success.
It empowers procurement to be seen, and to act as a true value driver for the business, not just, the department that says no or just handles costs.
Absolutely. And maybe that raises a final question for you to think about. Beyond the immediate 5 benefits we discussed today, how might proactively helping your key suppliers innovate, really helping them develop new capabilities, how might that transform your organization's entire competitive landscape? What new advantages could that unlock?